Minecraft does not build character. I'm bleeding so much less than I normally do after I cook. Hey, I'm back, YouTube. So, haircut went well. I think it looks alright. I'm pretty happy with it. Went to a new hairstylist today in more ways than one. New to me, and she is a new hairstylist, period. It's my daughter Erica Danielle, who you've seen in the intro and outro videos. She is studying to become a I think, I'm not sure which is the proper term, beautician, cosmetologist, hairdresser, stylist. She's studying to be awesome, is what she's studying to be, which is funny because she's already awesome. She gave me a heck of a great haircut today. Did a little bit of work on the mustache, trimmed back the woolly worms. Great thing, great thing. So that was awesome, and ran a couple errands while I was out. Tried out a new restaurant, something about a pickle. I don't remember the name of the place. It's kind of a sports bar burger place. Wasn't bad at all. One of the things that you're gonna find is that I am an avid frequent flyer mile collector. I travel a great deal, which means a lot of air travel, a lot of rental cars, a lot of hotels, and I used to pile all of the rewards from the various things all toward frequent flyer miles, but then later on I started finding that I could get a lot of bang for my buck by going ahead and just collecting hotel points, rental car points, trying to focus on specific companies when I can, and frequent flyer miles. Everything else I do, I try to rack up frequent flyer miles. So the credit card I use for all of the work that I do, I get frequent flyer miles with it. And the restaurant I went to today, the reason I bring it up is the restaurant I went today is part of the program that the airline frequent flyer program that I use has a dining thing. If you go to certain restaurants, you get a pretty good amount of frequent flyer miles for every dollar spent at that restaurant. Now, generally speaking, that kind of thing can be kind of dangerous, because a lot of people are like, oh, I'm getting something back for spending money, and they'll spend more money just for this reward that they're going to get. And don't think that that doesn't happen. It's genuinely a thing that happens, and it's dangerous, and people can get themselves into a real bind financially doing stupid things. They can do it anyway, but this just gives them another stupid way to do it. So, but I spend money anyway on things. Bills, groceries. Occasionally I eat out. I don't eat out a great deal. I mostly eat right here at home. But I decided to eat out today, and so I went to the little website to find out if there's any restaurants near where I was at that gave me this bonus. I was going to go to a sit-down restaurant anyway, and like, oh, look, here's a place that is right up my alley and right along the lines of what I wanted to eat at. So poof, there you go. I get a decent meal and rack up some wicked cool frequent flyer miles. Anyway, it was something about a pickle. I mean, the place was good, and I'll go back, but it wasn't like a place that I want to like make sure everybody knows about necessarily. I give it a C+, B-, you know, pros and cons. Decent, you know, it was okay, but it is really no better than a whole lot of places. And for the kind of place it is, there are other places that I would, and I will later on, definitely be like, this is a place to go. You're gonna love this place. It's everything. Anyway, so Yeah, pretty happy with the haircut. Good job, Erica. You rocked it out. Home run. Keeping my hair a little bit longer now than I kind of would prefer to, but it's the style I think I want to stick with right now. I'm thinking about trying to do some different things cosmetically later on. Maybe some guy liner and some stuff. But no, I'm gonna. I think I like what's going on right now, and I'll adjust when I feel it's time to adjust. Ladies, if you don't think guys pay attention to their appearance, you're probably right. A lot of guys don't. Guys, if you don't pay attention to your appearance, you're letting people down. If you don't think it matters, you're wrong. It matters. I know that, don't get me wrong, if you're watching this, you're like, dude, you got a great big freaking gigantic Duck Dynasty beard and stuff like that. How can you be worried about your appearance? It's a style that I'm doing right now, and I'm enjoying it. It's a lot of fun. It works out for me. Has its downsides. Absolutely has its downsides. I look a lot older than I am with this great big white beard. But yeah, I'm having fun with it. And when I decide to change it, I'll change it. Right now, I don't want to change it, so I'm not. Back to the point, dudes. Pay attention to what you look like. It matters. If you don't think it matters, guess what? Bad things can happen. Bad things can come your way, and it's not just because you're not trying to look good. It's that, and probably other things that are kind of in the same bucket of you trying to be the best you can be. You're not trying to be the best you can be if you're completely ignoring your appearance. I know, seems shallow. Too bad. It's just reality. You know? Even animals groom themselves in the wild. I mean, come on. So dudes, clean it up. Make your lady happy. She's going to appreciate it. If she says it doesn't matter to her, yeah, there's that slice of the pie, that end of the bell curve that it doesn't matter to. But mostly it matters to them, even if they tell you it doesn't. Even if they don't think it does, it does. They honestly may be telling you the truth to what they believe in, actively in their mind, that that it doesn't matter to them, but it does. They may just not be willing to be honest with themselves about it, even because they don't believe that it should. But it does. Look, you're going to hear me talk about some stuff like this for occasionally. Just get used to it. I'm talking a lot of generalities here because generalities are what you can really identify. The big moves, the big numbers, the big part of the bell curve. They're always the outliers. I'm not talking about outliers. The outliers, you can write off the outliers. We're talking about the big chunk in the middle that makes up the vast majority of every freaking thing. Okay? The vast majority of ladies actually do give a damn about what you look like, and when you look like a bag of ass, guess what? It's going to reflect in other ways. It ain't going to go well for you. You're going to be happier if you actually try to look halfway decent. Trust me on this. So, anywho, where was I going with all that? I'm sure I was pursuing a thought. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, earlier before I left to go get my hairs chopped and run some other errands and whatnot, I was talking about plans for the channel and things like that. Here's a couple other things that are way out there that I may or may not try to do. One thing that I might try to do are some interviews with people that are interesting to me. just to get their take on whatever, get their story, some stuff like that. I'm not sure if I'm going to go that way or not. It's kind of like sounds like a documentary thing, and I'm not, I don't think I'm a documentarian. Is that a word? I don't think I'm a documentarian. But it's something I'm toying with. Part of it may just be a project I work on for myself on my own time, because there are people whose stories I want to get, and I want it documented somewhere, because they've got a story that shouldn't go away, shouldn't disappear. And most of our stories disappear. That's yet another topic for another video, but kind of remember that. Truth is, our stories, all of our stories, disappear. It's a very, very, very microscopic, like at the nano level microscopic percentage of people's stories don't just disappear within a couple generations. Everybody else's story disappears. Another thing I have thought about doing, one thing I know I'm going to do is some YouTube channel reviews. There's some YouTube channels out there that I really dig. I really like them. They've either meant something to me, or they really entertain me, or I think there's something really cool going on there. I'm going to probably do some YouTube channel reviews and share my thoughts on a couple different YouTubers and channels that they have, maybe particular content that they have, things like that. And hey, if I give them a little bump, that doesn't bother me a bit, because if it's a channel that I like and want to review, then I'm more than happy for them to be promoted in some fashion or other, even if it's just by me. Not that I have any reason to think that's really going to make a big difference to a lot of these channels, because most of them are pretty big channels anyway. But I want, if you're watching this, then at least you'll know, hey, this is a YouTube channel I might want to check out. Pardon me. I have even toyed with the notion, if things really go well, is to go, this is another one of those things that's kind of almost documentary-like, so I'm kind of like thinking, yeah, I don't know, that's kind of freaking out there. If I could actually, it'd be kind of like, sort of along the lines of a day in the life of a particular YouTuber or something like that. It'd be kind of like, the idea being, you get their backstory, like me, go to them and visit them, get their backstory, sort of get an inside look at how they do what they do, how they do their research, how they do their setup, how they do their prep, how they do their actual shoots, how they do their editing, and how they interact with their subscribers and their audience. I don't know how well that would go. I don't know. One, I don't know if any big time YouTuber would be down with doing that. Because again, there's an allure to what they present, and that may break the fourth wall for them, if you will, and they may not be cool with that. Some of them may, though. I just don't know. There's a few in particular that I think may be totally cool with the idea of somebody looking behind the curtain, and to see, for somebody to show externally, or from a third-person point of view, what is going on there and how it works. But I don't know. Anyway, that's something to be further down the road, quite a ways down the road. maybe even years from now. I just don't know. It's an idea I've had, something that I think might be interesting and kind of fun to do. I can't think of anything else I've thought about doing other than specific topics, and I don't really want to share specific topics just yet. I'm not trying to, like, keep secrets and surprises or anything, but I think it might be more interesting on some of this stuff to just show you what I got in mind when I deliver the goods. So I'm going to wrap the video up. It's gone a little bit longer than I intended. One of my challenges, and this is one of the last things I want to talk about before I sign off for this little video. One of my challenges is I tend to talk a lot. And that's been a problem for a long time. When I get the stage, so to speak, and I start blabbering, man, I just just keep going on and on. One of the challenges that I have here is I do not want to make super long, drawn-out ramble videos that are just boring people to unconsciousness. That's not to say there's not a value of a video that puts you to sleep. There's actually one YouTuber I follow. When I'm fully conscious, I love his stuff, and it's brilliant. But I also know that I can listen to that if I'm having trouble falling asleep, and I'm going to go to sleep. Because it's, I don't know, there's something about it that, the problem with that, though, is his videos are so good, and the content is so amazing that I end up rewatching a video later so I can actually get the content instead of falling asleep in the middle of it. It's kind of like watching a great movie and dozing off on the couch or something. Anyway, I don't want to ramble, so I'm working on. As I talk about my rambling problem, I ramble my butt off. Anyway, keeping these videos to a concise length, a reasonable length. I've got a frame that I'm going for. So getting my point across in a reasonable amount of time, and also without doing the little cuts where you're constantly cutting chunks out, and it gets. I don't have a problem with those types of videos. I watch a lot of them, but that's not exactly what I want to do as far as my editing style and my presentation style. So I'm going to try to develop a style where I can get an idea across succinctly but completely, and in an entertaining and worthwhile way that people can absorb without going too long. Give me your thoughts on that. I'm more than interested in your thoughts on those kinds of things. Some videos may have to go long because there's a lot of content. I may break some stuff up if it's going too long because I really want to keep the videos to a reasonable length. So since I rebooted the channel, I've probably sat in front of this camera and shot more than a half a dozen videos and thrown most of them away because they were too rambly, too long, and of course I've spent even a ton of time on technical stuff, figuring out camera angles that look good, trying to get things to sound good. So it's been fun. I'm really enjoying it. I'm learning a lot, and it's beneficial in terms of a hobby. So it's certainly not boring to me. So it's not like I feel like I've wasted time. But yeah, so I'm going to keep working on it. Get good at giving you great content because you deserve it, and I'm going to feel good about delivering good stuff that people enjoy watching. So do me a favor, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. After you subscribe, look at the little bell next to the subscribe button. There's a little bell there. Click that. That will set it up so it notifies you when I post another video on the channel. Also, do me a favor, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Big request. Tell your friends, if you know anybody that might get a kick out of this stuff, or you think they might get a kick out of something I'm going to do later on, let them know about it. Share the video, share links, all that kind of crap, and let's let people know that there's this goofy dude with a big white beard trying to do something or other, and nobody really has figured out what yet. So anyway, hey, I will talk to you soon. You have a great day. It's beautiful here. Lovely spring day. It's just shy of 70 degrees. Yeah, been a little bit cloudy, but not unpleasantly cloudy. It's been a gorgeous day. Gorgeous day. You go enjoy the rest of your day. Got a weekend coming soon. Tomorrow's Friday. Hey, remember, what you're going to do tomorrow, you don't have to do it. You get to do it. Have a great day. It gets worse. That is hot. I don't know what I'm doing.